generally speaking, we have only allowed either off-leash hours or a dog run. I mean, and the community board has supported that position. We have no park that has both off-leash and the dog run as well.
My question?
So it's a tricky issue, but we give you one or the other, but not both.
My suggestion is that you meet with that gentleman right there from Marine Park Civic.
Well, you know, I'll entertain both.
Okay.
It's a split rule because people do enjoy. Now, we consider Marine Park proper would be Avenue U to Fillmore Avenue, Stewart Street to 32nd. But Garrison Beach encompasses Marine Park also. We've proposed in the past that if the residents of Garrison Beach wanted a dog run put on that strip, we have nothing against it, but we don't want the residents to lose the off-leash privilege.
And we'd listen to that.
So if you'll give both the off-leash privilege and the chance for them to have a dog run in their section,
we'd listen to that. If the community board supports it, we'd certainly listen.
Get that on the press, ma'am. Right here. Ma'am, and then you.
Yes, Senator Golden, you said that this meeting was going to be quality of life. So I made a mental list and then I wrote some things down. The first one was safety. The second one really is really a lot of the trash along Sheepshead Bay Road. Not enough. I don't know if the DOT is aware. I'm sure you must be aware. There are not enough waste receptacles. The street, I don't know if any of the people who own businesses there are responsible for part of the cleanup and the rest is sanitation, but I don't think anybody does anything, and it's a garbage dump from the subway station all the way up to where the Immigrant Savings Bank is. Number two.
Well, let's take one question at a time.
Okay.
You look like you got a list here. I love Izzy, and I love the Department of Sanitation.
Okay.
But I'm going to beat him up a little bit. And the other reason I'm going to beat him up is because the Department of Sanitation has a strange belief that if you don't have a garbage can, it can't overflow. And if it can't overflow, there's no garbage. And we know that that's not true.
There were like 2 cans and they were all
gone, right? Does anybody know, when you go in the corner, anybody see any more garbage cans out there in the corners? No, right? They've disappeared, right? Well, I don't know who's stealing them, and if it's not you, it's got to be you. So get out of here.
Wait a minute, no, Senator, I love you too. But let me tell you, we don't steal our own garbage cans.
You take them off so nobody can put garbage in.
No, we do not. Our garbage cans, and we do go to the precinct a lot, our garbage cans are stolen on a daily basis. We attempt to put them back, but we have to wait for a shipment to come in. And because of the situation we are in financially, okay, we got to put that into play. And it's not just the Department of Sanitation, it's every department, Senator. We have to pay for these. These cans are not cheap. Our officers, hold on one second, ma'am.
There are canisters every so many blocks. In Manhattan, there are containers, but I mean Bay Ridge, there are so many. I could walk 2 blocks and I can...
What I would do if I were you, I'd give us a request here now where you think garbage cans should be in Sheepshead Bay, and we will take a look at it, and we'll get along with the Department of Sanitation, Iggy, right here, and we're going to find out where they have the garbage cans, and we'll see if we get them some reassigned, some of these garbage cans, okay?
All right,
Next.
The other thing is the dog waste. I have called 311, and I have made the complaint. Dog walkers, they seem to really like our block, but I talk to other neighbors and they say the same thing. It's left in front of people's houses. They told me, 311, that they would have to catch the person in the act, and they asked me what times I discovered the waste, and I told them, well, obviously they didn't catch the people. So, I mean, but it continues to be a problem. You come out, it's in front of your house, okay? It's down, if you take that long walk by the memorial down to Kingsborough community, there's dog stuff all along there. You can't walk in the summertime. It stinks to high heaven. And by the way, there are no garbage cans along there either. Okay? And the other thing is, and I don't know if you handle this, but graffiti. I think you do have a graffiti task force, but there are certain buildings that always have graffiti on them, and the owners of the buildings do not keep up with the graffiti. All right, so that's another issue.
Yeah. See, hold on, slow down. The graffiti we'll talk about. The graffiti, we do have a task force out there, we can have that removed, just give us the locations. We need locations. You give us locations, we'll go
Which
there.
is cool.
I have a private organization as well as we're getting support from the city to take off that graffiti. Graffiti is some of the worst. I see it increasing. You can't have graffiti. Graffiti takes it makes the community look bad, and it leads to other things. So we don't want graffiti on the walls. So
Do you
you
need
have a location, you give us the locations, we'll go do the homework, okay? Now, we gotta give other people an opportunity. I know you have a
Thank
list
you.
here, okay?
Thank you.
All right? Did you want to, go ahead.
This- Ma'am,
Very,
ma'am, right after this,
yes.
give me all the locations, and I'll take care of your perpetrator situation and everything else. It's actually the perpetrator law, so, and I'll take care of that for you,
Let me
okay?
point out, it also is in our parks, and yesterday we announced that we're increasing the fine. Was it $250? $250.
Yay!
And we mentioned a lot of stuff. And by the way, if we do have a dog run, if the dog owners don't pick up after themselves, we'll shut it down. All right.
Yes, real quick, 1, 2, and 3, and 4.
We
Go ahead.
have a house on my block, 1609 East 34th Street. Gets tickets, it's boarded up. I get the tickets because I stopped the sanitation guy coming around. Give him a ticket. It's a mess. The door's open on the bottom. Well, the Department of Health, you have to says if we find a rodent going in, we can call the Department of Health. The sanitation posts a ticket on the door, disappears. That's the end of it.
Other people living there?
Nobody's living there.
All right. That goes to building. He's got the address. We need your address and telephone number so that he can get back to you. And if you're not satisfied with the answer, then you get to me.
Who's in charge of people?
Who's in charge of who's in charge?
Dropping bread, or people drop bread along Quentin Road, and you can't, the sanitation, it's not their problem. Call the Department of Health, it's not their problem. Whose problem is it? People are dumping bread in front of their storefronts. Whose problem is it?
Yes.
Right here. Iggy, you want this?
No, I don't.
It's Department of Sanitation. They will enforce it. They will go out and give summonses. So he needs to see you at the end of the meeting. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
This is for Iggy. Sorry to
No,
dump on.
please.
They love Iggy. We love Iggy.
I
A lot
live
better
in the,
than we love John. Bring it.
Poor John.
I live across from the ball fields on Z and Coyle, and the only garbage cans are on Nostrand and Z, and down on Voorhees, and up in the park on Y. There's like nothing in the area, and I happen to live on a corner house, and the garbage just blows.
You should chain those cans, is what
Yep.
you
You
need to
can't
do.
chain the cans,
No,
because
you can't.
our men and women have to pick up the cans, so we can't chain the
They
cans.
unchain them, like
No,
supposed
we
to have
don't,
the
we
keys.
don't unchain cans. This is not gonna
It's a
happen.
good solution.
But if it's Parkside, and Julie will tell you, the Parks Department puts up the cans for them. Okay? In terms of the other side, there is a criteria within the department where we can put cans. And we have to meet that criteria. I will get the address, I'll see the block, and I'll let you know if it's within the criteria for us to even do something.
There was one on Y and,
Do I have yellow cards here?
and it was
Would you
gone
do me a
within 2
favor?
days.
Okay.
Everybody here that had a question, I'm going to pass out a piece of paper. I need your address, telephone number, and email, all right? Because I want to make sure this doesn't fall between the cracks. So we'll have it, we'll do follow-up. We want to make sure you get to the agencies. Make sure you see these people at the end when the meeting breaks up, all right? Greg, before you go, this young lady right here.
Yeah, hi, the buildings department. There's a house on my block, Stewart and Quentin. Somebody bought the house and they're running a business out of it. There's people all hours going. And on the Department of Building website, it shows that they sent the inspectors there and they wouldn't let them have access. And it also shows that it's in the padlock unit, but it's been in the padlock unit for 7 months at least.
Okay. Yes, it does say, it says accepted by padlock.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's 7 months. How long
The
does that take?
padlock process takes anywhere from 9 months to a year because it's an entire legal process. Okay, it's not just involving the Department of Buildings, it's involving a whole legal case. Julie's, I'll leave you the